In Indianapolis, Indiana, looking for a Pacers win today. And we've got it for you right here on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan.
Boys, nice time.
Well, it was the Indiana Pacers in their last game, a loss to the Golden State Warriors. And the Pacers start off with the ball. Screen by Sabonis. Goes up to the stripe. And no good. And Milwaukee the other way now.
Well, we heard the great Kevin Garnett say that Thon Maker might earn a league MVP before it's all said and done. Wow, that's rarefied air. I'm not sure about that, but his size and skill and the combination of both is intriguing.
Middleton inside the three-point line. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Outside Collison. Pass to Oladipo. And so the ball's out of bounds. Middleton touched it last. And Brent, you feel the Bucks are big believers in the potential of Thon Maker.
Well, they have to be. They selected him 10th back in 2016 in the draft, and some expected him to go at least 10 slots lower than that. But his combination of length and athleticism, the ability to shoot the ball, especially from the corners at his size, he's an interesting prospect for this roster.
There's the pick. Knocked away. Here's Snell. Back to Brogdon. Over Collison. The shot by Brogdon, no good.
And something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Pass to Green. Now Sabonis. And the foul on John Henson. That's his first foul. Oladipo left side. Turner with it. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Turner's got the game going here with the first basket for the Pacers. Pass to Maker. And the dunk by Maker.
I think Thon Maker knows this. He's got to continue to work on his body, build some muscle mass. Finishes like this will be more effective and happen more often.
Now for the Bucks in 2017, Brent, disagreement over front office candidates, a divided leadership structure. If you're on that roster, how much of those kinds of things concern you?
I don't think the players are worried about that at all, because what you have now is a new voice in the locker room. You're going to have to learn a lot of new language, new offense, new defense. And that's enough to make you think just about basketball and not the business of basketball, Kevin.
Here's Brogdon after Indiana gets the three. Clock at 6. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, Brogdon being the Rookie of the Year and coming in and doing a great job for the Milwaukee Bucks. This is a guy who could play either guard position and has a great mentality and great poise as a point guard. Malcolm Brogdon, a second-round pick. He won the Rookie of the Year in 2017. And maybe we shouldn't have been surprised at all. In Virginia, he was the ACC Player of the Year and the ACC Defensive Player of the Year. Solid foundation coming into the league.
Pass to Snell. And here's Middleton. Banked in off the glass. Middleton's got his first points of the night.
Staying confident in the paint. Middleton does a good job sinking that one.
Well, Brogdon, only the 4th player in NBA history, Brent, to shoot over 40% from long range in his first season in the league.
Well, he adapted pretty quickly to the step back and longer distance of the NBA three-point line. He was also smart enough to be selective with it. Had a tremendous year.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Milwaukee shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. That one misses.
And Malcolm Brogdon, the son of a lawyer and a college dean, no less. His maturity and thoughtfulness certainly reflect that upbringing.
Stolen by Middleton. Here's Henson. And slam dunk by Henson.
Well, this is where Henson gets plenty of his points trolling the offensive glass.
Good looking screen by Gasol. Oladipo for 3. And the Pacers another 3. And with the way Brogdon conducts himself, some teammates call him, Greg, the president.
Yeah, he has an air about him. That he has that leadership quality and has a goal to create an NGO to alleviate poverty and hunger in developing nations. Who knows? Politics might not be out of the question for this young man.
Well, Middleton hovers around that 40% mark from downtown in his career. It's a good-looking shot there.
Oladipo outside. Screen by Sabonis. The offensive rebound. The kick out to Oladipo. And it's off from 3-point range.
He's still looking for his shot. Somehow they're winning. They'd like to get him going.
Now Brogdon. Rejected by Collison. And he gets it back. The shot by Brogdon, no good.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Yeah, it's a disappointing sequence of plays. Absolutely inexcusable turning the ball over like that.
Now here's Middleton. He's got 5. Jacks up a 3. Gasol with the rebound.
And that's a rare sight. Usually shooters make the defense pay when they're that lackadaisical.
And he recovers it. Good looking screen by Gasol. A second chance effort. Stolen by Henson. Pass to Snell. Back to Maker. Here's Middleton. Inside. Here's Snell. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And the Bucks making a change here. Shooting guard Tony Snell, Brent, breaking through as a start of the last couple seasons with the Bucks.
Finally got a long-term contract so he can settle into having a long career in this league. And I think last year handled himself well between being a starter, then coming off the bench, and just being asked to get out there and knock down some threes along with playing some solid defense.
And it's good, 2 points.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And for three, Collison traps in the tray. Collison's got himself on the board with 3 there.
You could see some miscommunication on the defensive end of the floor that time. No excuse for letting a player get that good a look on that possession.
Lopez a screen. Here's Maker, and the dunk by Maker.
Well, superb length shown there by Thon Maker. He has tremendous will that time to beat the other guys to the ball.
Now here's Collison. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Pass to Oladipo. Shot clock at 6. Lopez with the block. They retain possession. Scooped up. And there's the bucket from Victor Oladipo.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Here's Dellavedova. And Nwaba has it in the corner. Pass to Lopez. Free throw line jump shot. The shot comes out, so Indiana will take it the other way. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Maker with the ball. Here's Nwaba, defended by Sabonis. Here's Nwaba. Shot clock at 5. Here's Maker. Gasol with the rebound.
Not a lot of defense there. You can't afford to let guys shoot freely from the mid-range. You're not going to miss those all that often.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. Out quickly, then the beautiful execution. You can't do it any better.
There's running the floor, and then there's running the floor with purpose. And I love the energy on this play.
Oladipo misses.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Pass to Nwaba. Here's Snell. Now here's Lopez. Guarded by Green. They set the pick. Fader on the way.
Oh, you just relish those kind of opportunities, and the defense got lucky, but they need to guard that area of the floor a little bit better.
Here's Nwaba. And the foul on Victor Oladipo. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Bucks have shot 3 of 6 at the foul line.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Now here's Collison. The steal. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Lopez. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. And the Bucks lead by 4.
Well, a big reason why Dellavedova is out there is because he can see who's available.
Oladipo for 3. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Pass to Lopez. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Gasol screen. A wide open look here for Oladipo. Great look there, but off target. And Gasol comes to help. Lopez right side. That one drops for him. And now a 5-point Milwaukee lead.
Yeah, got to feel good about the way you started this one, guys, as he is making almost everything out there and giving his team a good, solid boost.
Now here's Gasol. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. On the clock. Oladipo. And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
And this is one of those games, Oladipo, when he gets it going, he can be a handful.
On the wing, Korver. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And so the first quarter is in the books. Bucks lead by 5. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
I mean, they're winning the turnover battle, and oftentimes that can swing things your way.
Well, they're taking care of the ball. They're attacking on defense, and this has them out to a big lead after one.
Now here's Thompson. Outside Korver. Pass to Dellavedova. Here's Lopez. That one wide left.
This is when you're just surprised that a guy would miss that kind of look. The defense really did not do a lot there.
And so it's Milwaukee now. It's a 3-point game. The screen from Thompson. Now here's Korver. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. There are a lot of guys that can just blow right by you. They turn on the jets and they're as quick as a hiccup. And there are some guys with that quick first step they're a blur.
I love watching Damian Lillard in Portland when it is that he has one of those, most of the games he has it going, but one of those games where he's really got it going, and the way that he can get around a pick and get into the hoop. Damian Lillard, explosive. Put Kyrie Irving, put John Wall's blazing speed on that list. And sometimes Goran Dragic, the way he weasels into a lane, and I mean that in a good way, finishing off.
No, I like that word. That's a good word.
He's fantastic. So we have tremendous explosive point guards who get the job done.
Here's Dellavedova. Nice form on the 20-footer. Dellavedova's got the lead up to 5 now for Milwaukee. On the wing, Evans. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. 3-pointer to Teletovic. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Teletovic just got 5 points in the quarter. And here is Dellavedova. Thompson outside. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Tristan Thompson straight to the rack and taking care of the ball as well.
Pacers trail by 4. Snatched away. Fast break, Milwaukee. Holiday brings the double team. Pass to Lopez. That one goes. Count it. Lopez has got 8 points.
Right now they're winning because of him. Love the shots that he's taking, and he's got the green light.
Evans left side. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
I'm not sure he even felt that contact, but he absorbs it, gets through the traffic, but control of the body there.
And here's the break. Holiday with the 3. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Three minutes of action so far in the second quarter. It's deflected. Now the Pacers moving it up. Holiday with the ball. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Allen. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Pass to Teletovic. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
And that's a rare sight. Usually shooters make the defense pay when they're that lackadaisical.
The shot by Brogdon, no good.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Pulls up from the corner. And it's Evans missing. Milwaukee in the lead. Outside Korver. The screen from Thompson. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And he wasn't going to get away with that one. Still in motion when he set that screen.
Yeah, really trying to sell it out there, but the official just, he ain't buying.
Now here is Holiday. Allen outside. There's a good screen. Pass to Gasol. Back to Allen. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go from 14. No good off the front iron. Now Brogdon. Thompson outside. And here is Henson. Covered by Teletovic. And the foul called on Pau Gasol. That's his first foul. Tries to snap the cold streak. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Middleton doing a good job of being creative and finishing a difficult look.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And he's shooting his free throws to the tune of 75% this season. Fairly standard number. And Chris Middleton 2 seasons ago tore his hamstring completely off the bone. I mean, he's come back and hasn't missed a beat. One of the most well-rounded players you'll see.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
The shot, no good. And Indiana will come the other way. And Chris Middleton with maybe, Greg, his best season yet in 2017-18.
It just seems like he gets better every year. A former second-round pick, now all-star caliber. He's worked extremely hard, stayed in the lab, and now we're seeing the results.
Now here's Brogdon. Following the miss by Tony Allen. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Miles Turner. The Bucks have made 2/3 of their free throws tonight. 6 of 9 to be exact.
Kind of an interesting year for Tristan Thompson, who saw playing time decrease, and some felt that his focus and his drive just wasn't quite the same. There was a lot of moving parts last year for Cleveland and around Tristan. Eventually he found his game late in the year, though, and was impactful in the playoffs.
Bucks leading by 6. And again, the Bucks miss.
No excuse for him not drilling that one there. The defense was nowhere to be found. Maybe could have taken a little more time.
Here's Middleton. It's rebounded by Indiana. Well, for Thompson, he certainly has seemed to take a step back, Brent. His contract is not helping the matter either.
Well, there were some distractions, I think we could say, legitimately last year with the things going on off the court. The fact is, Tristan Thompson was once viewed as a really good quality big man at the starting position of center or power forward, and has a lot of work to do in order to get himself back on some solid ground.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, the Pacers have been a huge surprise since they traded away Paul George. Now, Coach Nate McMillan said, for us, it's about developing that culture and that identity, and we're still doing that. I think we're only starting to scratch the surface. Kevin?
No doubt, David, they've got some promising young players on that team. Thank you. Brent, do you think individual defense is getting easier to measure with player tracking and advanced stats?
I don't. I think it's impossible for you to find some legitimate measurement of how much a player is truly impacting the game defensively. I think there's great indicators of combinations of players that are on the floor at the same time, that are working collectively and doing something to shut down another team's best offensive unit. But individually, it's so hard to just put a number on what a guy is doing in terms of his total impact defensively.
So the eye test is not on his time.
I don't think so. I think we're getting better at the defensive metrics that are being used, Kevin, and I think that clearly we can see with some of the best wing defenders in the league, a Robertson, a Covington, that they're able to control their man, a Kawhi Leonard. They're able to impact the game defensively, but how are we quantifying that? We need to get better with it. Well, Chris Middleton is such a versatile scorer, and because he has the ability to put the ball down on the floor, sometimes defenders are not as willing to close out to him, but last year was in the 74th percentile in spot-up jump shots. It can be devastating from there.
And the Bucks with possession. Big stretch here, going 10-2. They set the pick. The shot by Brogdon, wide open. Nailed from three-point land. Brogdon's got 8. And Middleton can hurt you from anywhere. But his mid-range game, Brent, his mid-range game stands out.
Yeah, people don't really realize how effective Chris has been from the mid-range. He was up there with Kevin Durant statistically in some of the numbers. And the fact that he's got that long frame, any switchable defender that's smaller than him gives him the immediate advantage.
Bucks leading by 12. Pass to Brogdon. Six to shoot. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
How about Brogdon rising up to the rim?
Here's Indiana now. Here's Evans. That one misses. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Wide open. Snell, no good. Evans outside. Pass to Sabonis. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, Sabonis can play there on the block. That's where he did a lot of damage in college, so him working inside, that's a good sign.
Henson with the screen. There's the screen. Back to Brogdon. Right at the free throw line. And the shot goes in. Brogdon's got the lead up to 14 now for the Bucks.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Pass to Joseph. Evans right side. Okafor trying to get open. Evans good.
And that bucket shows you how patient Evans can be. Lets the play develop and then confidently soars for the inside shot.
Now here's Brogdon. 12 points for him. To the inside. The shot's good from Henson. Henson's got his second basket of the game.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Pick by Okafor. Evans left side. Lays it up off the glass. Evans has got 6 in the quarter.
And maybe a little disengaged in the first quarter. Ball didn't come his way. He's really provided some scoring in the second quarter of action.
Now here's Brogdon. They grab their own miss. Pass to Maker. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
Getting better at keeping his balance as Thon Maker builds up his body. He'll be a little bit more rooted on the floor.
Joseph. Rebound, Milwaukee. They host the Kings after this game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Now here's Brogdon. From deep three-point range. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
Such astounding shooting right now from him. He is untouchable from the perimeter. What a performance.
And the Pacers call time here.
And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a non-stop parade to the foul line.
Pacers trail by 17. Holiday with it. Picked by Okafor. Over in the corner, Green. Second chance shot. And it's Okafor missing.
You can't miss those kind of looks. The defense seems to be a little nonplussed so far in this one, but he flat out missed it.
The wide open look here for Lopez. And the miss, not the best shot selection there. Out to the right wing. The wide open look here for Holiday. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. There's 21 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Dellavedova. Pass to Lopez. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Lopez has got 4 points this quarter.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
And so it's Milwaukee, feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. Back to the action after this word. We begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. And so it's Milwaukee with it. 17-point lead, their biggest. And here is Brogdon over Holiday. The shot by Brogdon, no good.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yeah, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
Teletovic from outside. Milwaukee leading by 17. Pass to Middleton. Yes, that goes in. Middleton's got the first basket of the second half here for Milwaukee. Holiday gets the bucket.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. And Okafor with the block. And he's able to get it back. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. Pacers trail by 17. Pass to Collison. And here is Gasol. Outside, Green. Here's Oladipo. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Oladipo's got 16 points.
Victor shows a little bit of touch there from the mid-range, a knockdown shooter from that spot on the floor.
And you can feel that Oladipo was on the verge of a breakthrough, and boy, did he ever. Everything came together for him, and he is now not only an elite scorer, but an all-star. Can attack from any distance and has a variety of ways to hurt the defense.
Here's Sabonis. Off target with his three. Milwaukee leading by 15. And Gerald Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Doubled by Collison. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Brogdon. And for Oladipo, Greg, there wasn't just one moment that gave him that push.
I mean, his development was less of having a eureka moment and more of everything just coming together. Has always had the strong athleticism, has refined his shot to make the most of it. And while it took him some time, he's now the player everyone hoped he'd be when he was the second overall pick.
Now, here's Brogdon. Victor Oladipo unable to get his last shot to go. Now Brogdon. 15 points in the game. Just 4 to shoot. It's stolen by Oladipo. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Well, there's a lot of talk, too, Brent, about the age requirement for entering the draft, and Commissioner Silver has said it's a clear change that's probably on the way. What do you think the league should do?
Can you and I talk about a guy that you know quite well who in 1995 came out as the
17-year-old? I know
in
it.
the NBA draft? Kevin Garnett came into the league and handled himself extremely well. Now, for every one of those stories, we know there were other ones where guys did not make much of their NBA careers.
But then here comes the G League.
The G League, to me, is the huge key.
That's the equalizer.
A lot of these guys have a ripcord now for some of those things that transpired over the course of the last 30 years, where they can have a softer landing point to continue to develop, to continue to mature, and have an opportunity to make something of their NBA career.
Excellent explanation. And the foul on Victor Oladipo. That'll be his second foul of the game. Bucks leading by 16. Now here's Brogdon. Pass to Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Well, the size that Brogdon has at the point guard, a good job of finding somebody over the top.
Here's Oladipo. And Henson sends it back.
And seems to be forcing just a little bit out there. He needs to play a little calmer, a little smarter, with a little bit more poise if they're going to win this one.
Pacers trail by 18. Here's Oladipo. And that one, good. Oladipo's got 5 points in the quarter.
And that's where you like to see Oladipo operating, right there around the rim.
Brogdon with it. Picked up by Collison. Henson with the screen. Inside. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. 6 points for Henson.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
Well, collectively, they've done it tonight here. A passionate performance from the squad.
Stolen by Middleton. Brogdon with it. 15 points in the game. Henson with the screen. The three from Korver. Rejected by Gasol. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Clock is at 3. To the middle. Off the screen. And it's laid up and in by Thompson. Thompson's got 6.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Milwaukee leading by 20. The shot by Middleton, wide open. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. 16 points for him. Left side, Collison. Here's Oladipo, plenty of space. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the J. Milwaukee with the ball. Poked away. Here's Collison. And finished off by Collison.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
Here's Brogdon following the score by Indiana. 4 on the clock. Over Collison. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
A good job there. Brogdon doesn't need much room. Has it there from the mid-range and knocks it down.
It's stolen by Korver. The Bucks working the ball around. And John Henson with the slam.
Well, passing is something he does very well, especially when it comes to leading his man to the right spot.
Here's Oladipo. Thompson with the rebound. And it's Milwaukee's ball. They're on a 14-6 run.
Well, the Bucks with the superstar talent in Giannis Antetokounmpo. The critical decision this summer for selecting a new coach came down to a very qualified one in Mike Budenholzer. And with all the options out there, 9 coaching changes, I think that Bud saw the opportunity in Milwaukee as being a great one to push this team a little bit forward. The talent on the roster tantalizing enough for him to head to Milwaukee after his stint in Atlanta.
And Mike Budenholzer, the 2015 Coach of the Year, 4 titles, Brent, as an assistant in San Antonio. How do you like the fit for him now in Milwaukee?
Well, I think that the players are going to really enjoy the attention to detail that Coach Bud and his entire staff who are coming with him will put into place. There's an efficiency with which they'll get the work done, and they're going to have to be thinking on their feet, learning a new offense and some things fundamentally on defense that he'll get them excited about.
Elbow shot. That shot no good. And Indiana will come the other way. They host the Kings after this game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand.
You can see that Evans is looking to take the catch-and-shoot J anytime he gets one.
Lopez a screen. Makes it off the glass. Lopez has got 12 in the game.
You cannot give players that kind of positioning, and the defense also late in trying to alter that shot.
Pass to Turner. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Milwaukee leading by 22. Lopez outside. To the inside. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. 14 points for Brook Lopez.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And it's Korver in the corner. Trains the three-pointer. He's got 8.
Gotta love how Korver's outside shot keeps looking better and better with each passing game.
Here's Turner. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. So it's the Bucks now. Here's Dellavedova. Lopez a screen. Shot on the wing. And another basket for Milwaukee.
Excellent. And then uses his explosiveness once he's gathered the rebound to throw it down.
And Korver, a team-first guy. When one of his guys is open, he wastes no time in delivering the pass.
Three-pointer, Teletovic. To the paint. Here's Turner. And he can't bank that one in. On offense, here are the Bucks. They're on a 17-6 run. And here is Dellavedova. Korver trying to free himself up. Dellavedova, that's good.
Well, Delly knowing the angles right there to just get a step by his defender.
Teletovic the screen. No one near Turner as he lets it go. From outside the arc. Sinks the triple. Turner's got 9.
Not a stellar first half, but he's become an absolute machine scoring the ball in the second.
We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the third. Lopez drives in.
And that's number 4. Definitely something to keep track of as we move forward.
The Bucks have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. And he makes the first but misses the second. To the middle. Here's Turner. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
Man, that's exactly the kind of ball rotation you'll want to see from Evans. Throws it to the wide open shooter.
On the free throw, no good. Lopez outside. That shot, no good.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And so it's Milwaukee, Rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up a quarter. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. On offense, here are the Pacers. Outside Holiday. Waba with the rebound. Adam Silver has said there's probably more basketball being watched and played, Brent, in China than anywhere else in the world. How long before you think we see our next Chinese superstar in this league?
That's going to be interesting when that does happen. Obviously, the type of mark that Yao Ming made in the NBA, it's going to be hard for anybody to match the kind of impact, not just in the game, but what he did globally for the NBA. It just won't happen again. But I'm looking forward to, heck, not just the next Chinese player, but a Japanese player, somebody from India where they love the NBA game, to start to find their way onto rosters in the league.
They're coming. I mean, there's going to be someone before long.
No doubt.
Here's Turner. The shot, no good. Good D by Lopez. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Passed in Waba. Lopez with the ball. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Turner. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. 16 points for Brook Lopez.
He can play very well away from the basket. Lopez has the kind of range that not many 7-footers possess, and it's a great asset for a big man in today's game.
Well, the defense was right up on him, so electing to go for the fadeaway there to create some room, well, that makes sense.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
And guys, this is the blueprint for winning on the road. How about the level of focus on each and every possession?
I admire the approach here, especially in such a hostile environment. Offense and defense, they really played a whale of a game.
Now Dellavedova. Down low. Kicks it out to Wilson. That 3 off the mark. On offense, here are the Pacers. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. Holiday with the 3. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
Well, he made 1 3 in the first half, but he hasn't found a way to connect again from outside during the second.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yep, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
Outside Wilson. Aston Waba. Well, we know that Dr. James Naismith came up with the idea when he was teaching at the YMCA. But as far as skill development, Brent, some feel that maybe in the skill category that the USA has fallen behind a little bit. Do you agree?
I think what the United States is doing on that level between your late grade school years and AAU programs in particular and your high school years, that they're trying to address this issue and get ahead of it a little bit. For years, there was a 10-year or 15-year gap about European players being schooled and being in institutions where they were basically young professionals from the age of 12 to 14 having school and basketball and being at a facility for just those things specifically. The last few years, there's been a lot of concern with players being more adept and more skilled here in the States. The change is coming.
Now the Pacers with it. Pass to Sabonis. Turner with the screen. Here's Oladipo. And it's Oladipo with the jam.
Oladipo executed that pick and roll well. Remarkable at scoring whenever he gets room to shoot off the screen.
Count that one from Nwaba.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
It's Oladipo on the wing. To the inside. Here's Turner. Lopez with the block.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
Pass to Wilson. Dellavedova with the ball. Picked up by Collison. To the inside. Baseline try.
Sabonis very agile for a big, so consistently getting himself in better positions defensively.
Now here's Collison. Oladipo with the ball. Defended by Dellavedova. Oladipo outside. From deep, Green. But they recover it. Brown outside. Pass to Wilson. Back to Dellavedova. Kicks it out to Wilson. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall.
Well, I have no idea how he made that, but hey, sometimes a little bit of luck helps.
To the wing right side. Here's Turner. Rebound, Milwaukee.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
At the top of the key, Lopez. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Lopez has got 11 in the second half.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Start it.
And the Pacers call time here. Do you see a lot of player tampering right now in the NBA?
Well, how do you define it, Kevin?
Well, if a player wants to go out and recruit other players that may be under contract with another team.
I see that a lot then, Kevin. I mean, it happens all the time. Players talking about what are you thinking about doing and about, wow, don't you think this would be great if we could get together on the floor in 2021? Let's try to.
But management doing it is a completely different animal.
Management cannot do it, although some teams have walked that tightrope a little bit to the point where they've fallen off in recent years. But the idea of players not ever talking to one another about the potential of being together.
Come on, right?
It's always happened.
They need this one. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Oladipo can be so explosive, long and lengthy. Like to see him continue to get better.
At the line for your Pacers, Victor Oladipo.
That's good from Oladipo. Oladipo hits them both.
Yeah, sometimes in a game you settle a little bit before settling in, and right now I think he's a big factor in how they're getting to the line.
To the paint. The kick out to Lopez. Here's Nwaba. Back to Lopez. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. The shot by Wilson, no good. Oladipo outside. On the wing, Green. Back to Oladipo. And he banks in the layup. Oladipo's got 27.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
Well, a tip of the cap to the coaching staff here. They're recognizing how well he's playing, so the game plan has been built around him.
Nwaba with the rebound. And the Bucks with possession here. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. And the foul on Victor Oladipo. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. We hear a lot about small market teams being anxious about retaining their own star players. Is that overblown, or do you think there is reason for concern on their part?
Do we think that players are not going to get recognized if they play in a small market by the national media, if they're one of the best players?
Well, look Oklahoma City, look at Milwaukee with Antetokounmpo. I mean, they're all getting recognized.
Yeah, I think these ideas have gone by the wayside for a lot of players, and they want the best opportunity for they're playing and their best opportunity to shine, no matter where that is. So it's a bit of an archaic argument, in my opinion, Kevin, the way it is that we see guys nowadays, and take the small market thing out about it. There's one market, it's called the NBA.
Outside Collison. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Dellavedova with the ball. Pass to Brown. Back to Dellavedova. Now Thompson. He's covered by Collison. Clock at 6. And Gasol sends it back.
Gasol did not stop moving his hands there, especially as the shot was going up. Always going to be right there to send anything back if it's close.
And it's the Pacers' ball. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. Here's Oladipo. Misses off the right iron.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
They are now showing NBA games in virtual reality. You and I have actually seen some examples of that. They can recreate almost any angle. Have you gotten a headset?
I haven't gotten a headset, Kevin, but I have watched it. You and I have talked about it several times.
Many times.
It's an amazing experience, and it will only get better. But I really think about if I was a kid growing up in Germany or Italy, and I had an opportunity to pull on a pair of goggles and to watch the game's greatest players from a seat at half court or the cameras that they set up underneath the goal at either end. What a fantastic way to be enveloped by the NBA game.
It's a cool view.
It's a very cool view, and it's only going to get better.
Yeah. And Thompson throws it down.
Now, Tristan Thompson with some force on that one.
Oladipo outside. Oladipo draws the double. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And the Bucks with possession here. And here is Dellavedova. Bucks passing it around. Lopez. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him. Here's Oladipo. From down in the low post, it goes. Oladipo's got 11 points in the quarter.
Good job by Victor on that one, scoring despite getting whacked. I love how he maintained his balance on that shot.
Dellavedova with the ball. Picked up by Collison. It's stolen by Green. Ahead. Here's Gasol. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist.
And that's what we mean by combo guard skills right there. Kept his head up and found the open man.
Here's Korver for 3. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
And when you're down this many points, hard to justify leaving a good shooter that wide open.
Truer words never spoken. Breakdown on the perimeter D, and the communication severely lacking there.
Here's Oladipo. They get a hand on it.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Bucks.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Brook Lopez.
Well, a consistent intensity is what he brought to the floor here. He hit the glass hard, and he came up with a ton of rebounds.
Here's Dellavedova, and Gasol sends it back.
And really, Gasol does an incredible job getting his hands up in the air, which results in a ton of rejection.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. Pass to Lopez. The screen from Thompson. Shot clock at 6. Here is Korver, defended by Sabonis. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. It's stolen by Korver. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.